How are we doing? And welcome back to another video. This is the Fighters Forecast. It is your boy Tennant speaking, and we are here to break down UFC Macau in China, Song Yadong against Davidson Figueiredo. Guys, we had a nice break. We're feeling rejuvenated right now, feeling good. I know you guys missed me a little bit. Yeah, we did. Anyways, yeah, guys, we're here. We're gonna break down this fight card for you guys. Um, you know, kind of missed like breaking down my fights. Like it's kind of like broken a routine because there were so many fights in a row. Per week, every week there was a different card, so it was nice to kind of relax and also not nice because I wanted to break down another fight card. But here we are. We are back. We're gonna have a bunch of fight cards in a row, starting with Song Yadong and Davidson Figueiredo. Guys, this fight's going to be crazy. But let's look back to last card, the Arnold Allen Melt Costa card. Sorry. If we look back to Tennant's number one play, Modestus Bukowskis gets it done by split decision. You will get a more in-depth breakdown about that in the Hammer of the Week video, guys. And Tommy Gant, my most confident play on the card. Can't believe we got him at that number at minus 180. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely just a steal. But yeah, I'll talk about that in depth more in another video, in the Lock of the Week video. But here we're gonna break down this card. Last card we had a bunch of great reads. We just missed our George Tukos. Money line. I thought he was gonna get it done. He did not. It is what it is. He was way more garbage than I thought in the wrestling. Ivan Islam kind of bullied him down. And you could be looking at me, you're like, what the fuck's this guy wearing? Bro, it's the work fit. Chill out. You know what I mean? So we're doing this here, guys. We're gonna get this video out for you. It is late at night, so if I sound weird, that is the reason. But this is UFC Macau, Song Yadong versus Davidson Figueiredo, and like always, we're gonna break it down from the bottom to the top. First fight on the card, we have Kang Zhu against Rodrigo Vera. Kang Zhu is an absolute psychopath monster. He'll come forward and throw as much as he can with as much power as he can. This guy is fun to watch. He's got very good boxing. He's got decent wrestling here, but his boxing is very, very good for this division in the 145 featherweight division. He's fighting a guy in Rodrigo Vera who's well-rounded in my opinion, who is the better grappler in this matchup. Kang Zhu is the better boxer. The better grappler is Rodrigo Vera. He has very, very good transitional chain wrestling. He can get to the legs, then climb up to the body, a body lock, gets to your back. He has good transitional chain wrestling. And I think that's going to it's going to pay dividends here. I know this is in China, so it could favor the Chinese fighters, and I'm going to keep that in consideration when I'm picking my fights here. But in my opinion, I think Rodrigo Vera can control where this fight goes. He can bring it to the ground. He can clinch on the fence here. If you stand at boxing range, though, be aware Kang Zhu will be there to land. That guy is a madman. I think Rodrigo Vera comes in on shortish notice, in about 3 weeks' notice, and he wrestles and he gets a finish. It could be by ground and pound or by submission. I am going Rodrigo Vera in this matchup. Next fight, we have Ray Tetsura against Luis Gurul. First of all, I'll start with Ray Tetsura. Ray Tetsura is a fantastic grappler. He is on the level of Tetsuro Taira, in my opinion, guys. You could flame me in the comments if you want, but I think Ray Tetsura is extremely complete in the grappling aspect. His hands looked a little bit better in that Joshua Van fight. We know it's fucking Joshua Van, right? You're not going to look great on the feet against that guy. It doesn't matter who you are. He actually looked okay in that matchup. You know what I mean? Ray Tetsura here, in my opinion, he's better. He's had the full training camp. He's better on the ground. His striking is improving. I'm going to pick him here. But Luis Gurul, we got to give this guy some props because he just fought 2 weeks ago on the Arnold Allen card. He got a beautiful win against Daniel Barras. I picked him as the underdog in that matchup. I am a Luis Gurul enjoyer. I believe the guy is good. I think the UFC is going to give this guy more fights because he is stepping in on short notice after just winning a nice back-and-forth fight with Daniel Barras. Luis Gurul is pretty complete. He's pretty quick as well and showed very, very good boxing in that matchup against Daniel Barras. In my opinion here, Ray Tetsura is going to get him down to the ground here. I think he's going to sub him out. This guy is some of the best jiu-jitsu you will see in the 135 division. The problem is that that's kind of making it feel like, And the line is -2, I think 230, which I think is appropriate. And you may say, why? He's on short notice. He just fought last fought. He should be damaged. He's cutting 2 times in 2 weeks. I understand that. But Luis Gurul fought a chain wrestler in Nick Piccinini on the Contender Series, and he kept bouncing back up. Now, I think Ray Tetsura has better control than Nick Peccinini. I'm not putting that into perspective here. But Louis Garul will not stay on the ground. He will not just stay there in a turtle shell. He will try and get up. He will build a base, which is why I like watching this guy fight. But I think Ray Tetsura is going to have better control. He's the better jiu-jitsu guy. Give me Ray Tetsura in this matchup. Next fight, we have a banger in the 135 division. It is Arichi Long against Cody Haddon. Arichi Long is a nice boxer, guys. He does get hit a lot, in my opinion, but he is a psychopath. He will come forward. He will try and throw. He has decent wrestling, but he's fighting a guy in Cody Haddon here who looked absolutely spectacular in his last fight against Dan Argueta. I know he's been gone for quite a while here. He had to get a surgery done. But if any aspect of Cody Haddon comes back the same as that Dan Argueta fight, let's say it's 65% of him, he's going to beat Alichi Long here. Cody Haddon is the better boxer by far. He is the better grappler as well. Cody Haddon's the better fighter everywhere here in this matchup. This is a real prospect in the 135 division. His only loss, I believe, coming to Steve Urseg. That is the only loss of Cody Haddon's career. This kid is absolutely special. His boxing combinations are clean. He's very crisp. He's very defensively sound. And he has nice transitional wrestling. I'm going to pick Cody Haddon here. I'm confident in him. I hope he comes back the same. If he doesn't, if he looks terrible because it's the ring rust, because it's the injury, it is what it is here. But I'm pretty confident that Cody Haddon will come back and catch a dub. Next fight. This has fight of the night written all over it. It is Meng Ding against Jose Henrique. If you're not familiar with Jose Henrique, guys, this is, I believe, Mick Maynard's guy. He's scouted out of the regional scene. Jose Henrique went on the Dana White Contender Series. I believe he took a loss in that matchup. The guy does have tall man's defense. If you don't know what that means, he kind of leans backward with his chin high up in the air. It's not real defense. He doesn't put his hand up and put his shoulder close to his ear, kind of like a Philly shell. It's not like that. He kind of leans back out of range, and all it takes is one shot to the jaw when your head is back like that to put you out. And Jose Henrique is lazy like that. The guy does try and wear you down. He has great volume. He is long for this division as well. But you're fighting Meng Ding. This guy does not care. He doesn't care about his well-being. Meng Ding is one of the most aggressive fighters I've done tape study for. I've watched fight. Meng Ding does not care if he's getting hit. He's going to run forward. He's going to pressure you. He's going to melt you and break you down. Meng Ding is not going to get broken down here, and that is how Jose Henrique wins fights. He's not dangerous here, Jose Henrique. He's not going to put you out. Meng Ding is. He has 29 KO victories out of 35 wins. This guy is an absolute madman. He's going to run forward. He's going to throw bombs. He's going to clinch. Meng Ding is the pick here. I don't get the odds at -120. I do understand maybe the guy's striking defense isn't fantastic, but I guess a guy like Jose Henrique, his isn't either, and Meng Ding hits way harder. I think Meng Ding is great value here at -120. Next fight, we have Felipe Diaz against Yi-Sak Lee. Felipe Diaz is built like an absolute roided machine here. This guy is an absolute monster from the Contender Series. He looks like a baby Vitor Petrino in a way. An absolute monster. He's got decent striking. Not the craziest output ever, but he puts shots out there. He's a nice jab, but he shines in the grappling. This guy is an absolute specimen for the 185 division. He's got great control on the ground, some great subs as well, and that's where I think he's going to be Yi-Sak Lee. Yi-Sak Lee, the frame is not there for 185 in my division. He's not as built as Luis Felipe Diaz. Yi-Sak Lee is kind of a boxer, has some grappling, loves to throw some kicks in there as well. But Yi-Sak Lee is not big enough here, in my opinion, for Luis Felipe Diaz. Diaz is going to bring him to the ground. He's going to bully him there with his strength. He's going to be the bigger fighter in this matchup. I think he bullies him down. He clinches him against the fence, and he gets the submission here. Give me Luis Felipe Diaz in this matchup. Next fight. Banger alert. It is Alex Pereira against Sumandarji. And guys, if you know me, I'm a huge Sumandarji enjoyer. This guy's fight against Matt Schnell, I know it wasn't a high level fight, but those guys were throwing. I love these short elbows from Sumu Darji here. One of the most clean strikers I've watched in the 125 division in the past couple years. He's got a great step and elbow. He is long for this division. Has beautiful 1-2s and wide hooks here. He's showed great takedown defense against the midget in Jesus Aguilar. But Sumu Darji here is not fighting Jesus Aguilar. He's fighting a guy named Alex Perez. He has fought everybody in this division. He has fought absolutely everybody. Beats Mateus Nicolau. This guy is a killer. He just knocked out Charles Johnson, which was extremely impressive. I picked Charles Johnson, but I told everyone, do not bet on Charles Johnson. This guy is sneaky. Alex Perez in the first round can beat anybody in this division, but his cardio does drop off. I don't think Suman Darji is going to get knocked out in the first round, but I think that first round is going to pay so much of a dividend to Alex Perez in this matchup that all he needs to do is win another round on top of it. I think the first round is clearly going to be Alex Perez in this matchup. I believe he is faster than Sumu Darji. He has the better wrestling. Does he have the better combos? No. Suman Darji has the better combos. But Alex Perez is faster and he hits harder. I'm going to go with Alex Perez here, guys. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Do not bet this fight. I'm going to pick Alex Perez, but I do want Suman Darji to win this fight. Next one, we got Jake the Snake Matthews against Carlston Harris. Jake the Snake Matthews, I like this guy a lot in the 170 division. I think he's a great fighter. He got fucked on his Neil Magny, his last fight against Neil Magny, where he got an adrenaline dump. The guy thought he won by submission. The ref pulled him off. Like, yo, you won. There's your submission. But then it seemed like Neil Magny was like, but I'm not out. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? The ref restarts the fight. Jake Matthews has a full adrenaline dump, and Neil Magny finishes this guy. I think that was absolute bullshit. I think if you call the fight off wrongfully, it should be a no contest. You should not restart the fight, in my opinion here. But Jake Matthews in this matchup is the better striker, is the better pure wrestler, in my opinion. Carlston Harris coming in on short notice here. He's a better jiu-jitsu guy, and that is it. He has this weird shot with his right hand where he kind of flails it. Kind of like a flail shot. It's really weird, but it works for him. He's found some nice finishes here. But Carlston Harris has been finished back to back. One against Chaos Williams. He got absolutely flatlined in that matchup. He was face down. And a guy like Jake Matthews is better than Chaos Williams, in my opinion. He's better. He's more complete. He has nice boxing. He's the better grappler here. Wrestler. Carlston Harris is probably the better jits guy. But Jake Matthews is going to stay on the outside. He's going to chop away at this guy. He's going to beat him up on the feet for 3 rounds, in my opinion, if he's smart. If he shoots a takedown and gets guillotined, Jake Matthews, you'll be on the ban list, you fucking retard. But Jake Matthews is the pick. High confidence. Next fight, we have the return of Kaya Asakura against Cameron Smotherman. This is a set matchup for Kaya Asakura. This is pretty much the UFC saying, if you don't win this fight, we're going to fucking cut you, Kai. Because this is a striker's delight, and Kaya Sakura should be the much better striker in this matchup here. Kaya Sakura is a striker, has no takedown defense. He should go to Dagestan. Everyone should forget him for 2 to 3 years, and he should come back from Dagestan and learn some takedown defense. The plus side for this is Cameron Smotherman is not going to take this guy down. He's going to strike with him, which is going to be his demise here. Kaya Sakura, if you are just striking, very few people are going to beat this guy. Cameron Smotherman's not one of them. Kaya Sakura here is going to knock this guy out, or he's going to win by dominant decision here. Give me Kaya Sakura in this matchup. Next fight, we have one of Tenet's boys from the days. Sergey Pavlovich is back in the building. I've been on this guy for 4 years. I told you guys this for so long. Sergey Pavlovich is going to challenge for the title. He fought Tom Aspinall and he got knocked out. I understand that. But Sergey Pavlovich struck fear into the heavyweight division, climbing up the ranks. All his fights, first round KO, first round KO, first round KO. I absolutely love this guy. He is an absolute monster. He has a massive reach for his height. I think it's like 79 or something, or 80, something crazy like that. Sergey Pavlovich has some of the fastest hand speed I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. It is faster than almost everyone. I'd say Cyril Gahn gives him a good run for his money. I would love to see that matchup in the future. Sergey Pavlovich is an absolute monster. He's got cannons in the hand there, and he will throw. He's been a bit more hesitant since getting knocked out and pieced apart and picked apart by Volkov. But Sergey Pavlovich, in my opinion, this is a tailor-made matchup. Taliesin Teixeira is not going to try and take him down. And if he does, it's going to get stuffed here. It's going to get stuffed. Sergey Pavlovich is going to stuff this guy. He's going to rip him off the fence and tee off here. Taliesin Teixeira, we saw him lose against Derek Lewis. We saw him barely beat Tai Tuivasa. And guys, I'm going to put my hands up. I was extremely high on Taliesin Teixeira going into that Derek Lewis fight. He gets knocked out. I started making a whole bunch of excuses to myself, like, oh, it's a bad stoppage, blah, 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 blah. And then he fights Tai Tuivasa. That guy who's fat. He's 320. Fucking guy. And he barely beats him. He's death gas trying to beat fucking Tai Tuivasa. He's shooting like he's a fucking Nurmagomedov. Taliesin Teixeira was embarrassing in that matchup, and I've never seen a win plummet a guy's stock so much. He's really, really taking a hit on my radar here. I'm not confident in this guy. He's got poor striking defense. He's just a monster. He's 6'7". But Taliesin Teixeira here, I was high on him. I'm not anymore. This is Sergey Pavlovich by knockout in round 1. Co-main event is Zhang Mingyang against Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo Menifield, guys, not impressed by this guy. I don't like him a lot. He beat Umar Sy. Both did nothing in that matchup. Just got absolutely KO'd by Volkan Ozdemir. I know Volkan Ozdemir is a good fighter, so that's no slouch here. But Alonzo Menifield is hittable. And, we saw Johnny Walker attempt the takedown here on Zhang Mingyang, and it did not work. Ultimately, the calf kicks worked. And is Alonzo Menifield 6'6" and throw calf kicks? Fuck no. Fuck no. So that's not going to happen here. If Alonzo Menifield can get the takedowns, however, that is his path to victory. If he can't, this is good night. Sleep tight. Zhang Mingyang has absolutely clinical boxing in the 205 division. This guy's hands are clean, they're crisp, and they're fucking quick. So if Alonzo Menifield can't get the wrestling going, he's fucking cooked. And Zhang Mingyang's going to knock this guy out. My prediction is Alonzo's not going to get the takedowns. He's too old. He's 40 years old. Zhang Mingyang is going to tee off on this guy and KO him in the first or second round. Last fight of the card, it is the main event. It is Song Yadong against Davison Figueiredo. Figueiredo is just washed, guys. I'm sorry. I can't say anything else. His only win in 135 is against Montel Jackson, a guy who was scared to engage. Song Yadong is not scared to engage, especially in the main event, especially in his home country of China here. Song Yadong's not afraid to engage. Davison Figueiredo, I know he's fought all the amazing opponents, but he's just too old now, man. He doesn't have the speed anymore. The power is not, the same as it was, especially up a weight class here. He's not better than Song Yadong in the boxing, in the striking at all. His only way to win this fight, in my opinion, is to take him down and lay on him here. But I don't think Song Yadong is going to allow that to happen in China here. Song Yadong is going to tee off on this guy. He is going to beat him up, in my opinion, here. This is a tailor-made matchup for the Chinese kid to win. Give me Song Yadong by KO in the third round. Guys, that's the breakdown. That is the full card breakdown. The hammer of the week is coming very, very shortly, and you will see it soon. I'm still kind of flip-flopping back and forth on what I want to do for it, but we'll find out soon, guys. That is the breakdown. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. You know how the algorithms work. If you want to see me back on your fucking For You page or whatever it's called on YouTube, hit that fucking follow button, put the bell on, and I'll see you guys in the hammer of the week. Peace.